I forgot Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day!
Valentine's Day was yesterday, Dan!
Well, I messed up. Let's talk about some couples that didn't.
Hello everyone, and welcome to My Sad Existence of a Life. I'm Dan Cybert, and I done messed up. Messed up bad. Well, another Valentine's Day has come and gone, and since I started posting on Thursdays, I was off by one day and forgot to apply that to my real life, so I missed Valentine's Day completely, and now I'm sleeping out here today, so... There's no wolves here, right? Still, whether you're in a relationship or single and ready to mingle, don't let me say that again. It's always great to ship our favorite video game characters. So, for a late Valentine's Day video, I thought I'd cover my top 5 video game couples. Now, if I miss something, it is because this is my list and my list alone. So, make sure you leave your favorite couple in the comments below. And also, just spoilers ahead, because a lot of this is talking about the end game. So, you know, keep that in mind. Number 5! Now, the first pick on my list might be a little bit of an odd choice, but considering my current situation, I might be on the market sooner than later. Kicking off my list is Monica and the player from Doki Doki Literature Club. Doki Doki Literature Club was easily one of the most interesting games to come out in 2017. On the surface, it's a simple dating sim game where you join your school's literature club filled with cute schoolgirls. However, underneath it all lies one of the most interesting horror thrillers you'll ever play. One by one, your potential best girls are taken out as their character files are deleted by some unknown entity. Turns out it was Monica all along. Gaining sentience, she begins to fall in love with not your character, but you, the player. As you start to fall for other girls, she starts to tweak their AI until they self-destruct and must be deleted. Once they're all gone, it's you and just Monica. She reveals it was her behind the scenes and takes you to an empty room to spend the rest of eternity together. Or until you delete her character file, which I couldn't bring myself to do. I mean, she was always really nice to me, and I'm always a sucker for women in charge. So, you know, call me weak, but trust me, I'm suffering for it.
Hey, what you thinking?
Jesus Christ.
Do you want to play some Overwatch and I can watch? Huh, get it? Overwatch and watch.
Girl, I need some space.
But Dan, I want to spend more time with you.
And monitor off.
I'm still here.
Damn it.
You're cute when you're frustrated.
And delete.
Wait,
Alright, let's move away from the weird meta relationships that I have with my computer and into relationships with monsters. I don't know if this is improvement. Coming in at number 4 is Undyne and Alphys from Undertale. Probably the cutest, most awkward relationship on this entire list, and I love every single moment of it. You really don't start to find out about this budding relationship until over halfway through the pacifist route. Maybe into the genocide route too, I don't know, I just kind of blocked that part out of my head. Still, it all really takes off when Undyne gives you a letter she wants you to deliver to Alphys, confessing her true feelings. Which then Alphys mistakes as you confessing your love and takes you on a date that actually becomes training for Alphys to date Undyne, and it all happens at a garbage dump. So, I'd say it's a good start. What makes these two so great though is that they're complete opposites of each other, but they work so well for each other. Undyne is a tough, rough warrior, and Alphys is the shy, timid lab geek. It's like oil and water. Together they don't mix. But add the special ingredient of trashy anime and manga, and you get yourself delicious ice cold brew. Tastes like shipping. In all seriousness though, these two are the couple we all want to be, bringing out the best of each other and pushing each other to be better monsters. Or is it specious to not call them people? This is not going well. Number 3 is Johnny and River from To the Moon. All right, I'll talk about it. I feel like I've covered this pretty well over an entire Let's Play, a spot on the last top 5, and a full review on To the Moon. I really want to avoid overcovering the game, but you can't do a top 5 couples and not talk about these two. Johnny and River's story is probably one of the best love stories in gaming right now. Seeing their relationship grow in reverse and their rich history with each other can melt the cold heart of anyone.
Then why isn't it number 1?
Hey! Don't interrupt me, random YouTube comment.
But-
I said shut it! But thanks for watching.
You're welcome, I think.
I've spoken at lengths about why I love their story, and compared to all the rest of the couples on the list, they're the most realistic representation of a couple. They have ups and downs throughout their entire lives. I just love everything about them. And I feel like I talk too positively about it, so let's take a more critical look at the relationship. The reason I didn't put them at number 1 or number 2 is actually something I realized while discussing the game with Brianna over at Strange Trouble Gaming, which you should totally go watch after this video by just clicking that eye right there. Anyway, Johnny is kind of a dick. Okay, yes, he did make a lot of sacrifices throughout his life for her, but man, does he complain about it most of the time. Hell, even in high school, his motivation for dating her was because she was unique, like some novelty, oversized pen to him. I mean, look at this thing. Look at who used this. Oh, Oriental Trading Company, you get me. No one knows what that is? Just me? It's not that he took her for granted at all, but he never took the chance to really understand her. Criticism aside, you can tell it was never a toxic relationship. They still loved each other very much, and it speaks to the realness of the relationship. No one is ever perfect, and neither is a relationship. But that doesn't mean it wasn't good and healthy. And in River and Johnny's case, it was clearly great for both of them. Number 2 goes to my favorite couple from Final Fantasy, Cloud and Sephiroth. I'm kidding. It's Yuna and Titus. Don't Google Cloud and Sephiroth. It's not a good path to go down. My experience with Final Fantasy has been fairly limited, something I've been meaning to fix if I had time between Adobe and more Adobe. However, when it comes to couples in the Final Fantasy series, it just makes my heart so damn happy. Final Fantasy X was actually the second Final Fantasy I ever played, and it did not disappoint. The game was fun, Aaron is a badass, and voice acting for the first time in the franchise. Obligatory reference to laughing scene? Check. But above it all, it was one of the best and most tragic relationships in gaming. In the beginning, it seems as simple as boy meets girl has obligations to uphold, boy says screw the rules with a Z, then kissing under the water for like 10 minutes. You know, how every fantasy setting relationship starts. But then you realize the reason Yuna couldn't become involved with Titus was that she has to sacrifice herself in order to stop sin. Which then, surprise second twist, they find out Titus isn't technically real, as he himself was a mass summon created in Zakarand. Probably best to switch that Facebook relationship to complicated.
You just changed our relationship status to complicated.
It was for the shot. It was for the lols.
We're gonna be sleeping out there for the next week because of the lulz.
That joke backfired in the weirdest way.
Still, through it all, their love could not be stopped as they fell head over heels for each other, ending with Titus being sent to the far plane after finally defeating Sin. Well, until Final Fantasy X-2, where they use magic to make him a real boy. Kinda. I mean, technically, he's still magic, but not a dream. My number 1 is kind of a complicated mess, but truly, in my opinion, is the best couple. My top pick goes to Commander Shepard and—
Say whoever you romanced in Mass Effect now.
That's cheating! Number 1 can't be all the Mass Effect release.
Would you let me finish? Jeez! Get your hands off the keyboard for a minute! Thank you for watching! I understand that this is a bit of a cop-out since we're technically talking about roughly 15 different possibilities for this couple. You have potential ships that involve adorable yet sexy blue aliens, and some that involve a slightly racist human.
I'm concerned about the aliens, Vicarian and Rex. With all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
Okay, just racist.
Just Monica.
How are you still here?
Love me!
Yeah, it doesn't matter which sexy space vixen or space hunk you go with because every single one is the best relationship in video games. Why? because the romancing in Mass Effect might be the best mechanic in the game. And this is a game where you use frickin' space magic. While the other relationships in this list are stories played out for us, in Mass Effect, we're actively pursuing and wooing the crew. Yeah, if you thought this game is about Reapers and Star Children, well, you'd be wrong. After everything you experience, this game is about Shepard, his crew, and his significant other. It's what leaves the biggest impact on us at the end of the day, and the most engaging choices you make in-game. Not only that, these are good, healthy relationships. Each romance has a positive impact on both Shepard as he deals with the galactic weight on his shoulders, and for your crew as you help them deal with their demons on loyalty missions. Ultimately, when you talk about Mass Effect, you're either talking about its terrible flavored ending, or you're talking about who you romanced. And no matter who you romance, you'll be talking about Miranda's booty. Come on, YouTube! Thank you everyone for watching, and a special thanks to Alyssa Be Crazy, Neko Onigiri, Evan, Elizabeth Mello, and all my Patreon supporters. If you enjoyed this, make sure to share it with a friend and perhaps become a patron with the link you see on screen. Some quick house cleaning videos will now be premiering on Thursdays, with Twitch at 11 a.m. and YouTube at 2 p.m. On Twitch, we'll be watching the video together, followed by a quick gameplay stream of the featured game. I tried to read this as fast as I can, link should be on the screen, and until next time, Cybert out.